Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Wanted to give you all some conversation, some kind of message regarding our storytelling speech. You know that we are prepping for our storytelling speech, and I just wanted to quickly chat with you about the speech. One of the things that I intend to do in your class is um kind of provide you with different kinds of skills, and there are three speeches in this class: the storytelling speech, the informative speech, and the debate speech. And three of these speeches require very different kind of skill sets. It's not that certain things are not going to overlap, but there will be different kinds of tools that you will be using for these three different speeches. So the first one is a storytelling speech, and it is a deeply personal narrative that you will be sharing about yourself. So as you could see, if you open my PowerPoint, you will be able to see that there are three themes, and you need to choose any one theme. It could be disguise, it could be silence, or it could be resilience. So, a disguise would be, as you can see, it could be a time in your life where you felt that you had to either put on a mental disguise or a physical disguise. And I can tell you that I had a student who talked about a time when she would wear different kinds of wigs and different colors of wigs. So one day she would wear a red wig, and then the other way she would be a blonde. So she just did this as a kind of a social experiment to see how people would respond towards her, whether their perception of her would change. And then I also had students who would say that, they took this class in college, and they were not really interested in this class, but the parents really pushed them to take the class. So in order to not hurt their parent, they decided to join the class, and they ended up liking it. So if you have any story where you had to put on a disguise, trying to be who you are not, in order to protect someone, in order to impress someone, in order to learn something new, share your story. The second theme is silence. This is when you were, silenced in your life. Somebody suppressed you. Somebody asked you to plead the fifth. It was somebody's big secret that you were protecting. Any story, the tone could be funny. It could be serious. That's completely your creative freedom. So have fun with that. Any tone that you prefer is your choice. So the theme is silence. And if you have any topic in regards to talking about a time where you were silent about something, share that story with us. The third theme is resilience, which means that a time where you really tried to very hard to achieve something. I'm interested in your journey. I am not interested whether the whole journey led to success or failure. What I need to know is whether how your journey was. What was the journey all about? So if there is any time in your life where you really stretched yourself, resilience, think about a rubber band where you really pull that rubber band, and you can just stretch it and stretch it. So have you ever been in a situation in life where you were really stretched to the limit? And then share that story with us. So any one of these three themes, disguise, resilience, or silence, think about a time in your life. So go deep within and share incident in your life where we actually not only get your biographical information, now we get to see something very deep in you. So that's going to be your first speech. There's certain ways that we would like you to think about how to do a speech. So I have provided actually four links of great speeches, and all the speeches are award-winning speeches. And I had a few constraints while choosing some of these speeches. They are from the Moth podcast. They had to be some of the best speeches. I wanted to show you some of the best. They also had to be not under 10 minutes, because you guys only have 5 minutes to do your speech. So I didn't want to show you something that is that very long. So those were some of my constraints, but I picked four speeches, And you can see the first speech is When Worlds Collide by Martha Clooney. And you should be able to see the whole speech and see how she's talking about the topic of disguise. Then the second speech is by Sonia Audi, and you'll see how she's talking about this theme of silence. And final speech is there's one more optional speech. You can watch that as well. But the third speech that I'm talking about is by Eric Cole, and that's also a speech about resilience, and that's a great speech too. So see how the speech evolves. Look at the introduction. Look at the way the body is done. Look at the way the conclusion is done. So the introduction, as you can see, they don't give away the main topic in the introduction. They build it up. They really build it up. And how do they build up a topic in the introduction without telling us what the main story is? We call it petite narratives or small stories. All right. So you tell the small stories, and then you build it up and tell us a big story in the body. And then and when you move on to your conclusion, you don't summarize your story, because this is a 5 minute speech, and as opposed to a English class or any other thing, any other papers that you've written where conclusion is a summarize, when we summarize our findings. Uh, Here you will be providing a vision. What is that vision that you got through your experience? It's almost like the speaker takes a break, and there is either a passage of time, 5 or 6 years have passed, or there's a clear break, there's a pause, and you move on to the conclusion. And it's almost like the speaker is looking at the whole experience from the top of a high mountain, and the whole journey is visible to the speaker, and the speaker gets a beautiful vision that he or she was not able to see it when they were part of the journey. So the final moment of the speech is the vision that you have seen through your journey, and you end it with a quote. So I would like you to kind of follow. I don't want to make this video very long. I know that our attention is probably going to be a little limited. So I would like all of you to I want look at the PowerPoint very, very carefully, craft your speech, and ask me any questions that you want. I wanted to create this video so that we could connect. You could actually get to see my face, hear my voice, and see what is it that I want you to do for the speech. Having said this, I'm more than happy to connect with you. If you want to talk to me during office hours, or set up a appointment through Zoom, and I can even go over the steps with you, explain anything that you want me to explain. Um, and I do want you to watch the PowerPoint, or read the PowerPoint, or view the PowerPoint well. Go through the three, or actually the four speeches. Mark, see how the introduction is done, how the body is done in each of the speeches, and how the conclusion is done. Success leaves clues. That's what I always felt, that these are three very successful speeches, and these speeches are all award-winning speeches. Um, but there's a pattern. You can see there's a common pattern. There is a way that the authors or the storytellers are thinking, and I just found that very intriguing, is that how similar in some ways and how different in some other ways. So please watch this and enjoy, and ask me if you have any questions. Thank you.